by clicking this link, you save money, and there's no, there's no contract you have to sign. It's a great concept, and it's right there in front of them. So it's very efficient in that process. Another one of our associates that's been really great and also emulates the be yourself mentality is Lisa Venn. She's a great associate, but she approaches things also with an extremely positive attitude. And she sent me a quote, or she just in one of the conversations we had, but this is, I paraphrased one of her quotes that she had said, and it's always kind of stuck with me, is, it feels great to be able to give back to a charitable organization that supports our communities and help them thrive. It just goes to the abundance mentality that, these charitable organizations have so many people that support them, and all their supporters, if they're not involved just in the charitable organization, but they're also involved in schools, they're volunteer firemen, they're all these different, they have these different channels. If they don't enroll under this particular organization, they're going to be gotten by somebody else. Because if they don't get approached by Viridian through their church, they're going to get approached by Viridian through their school, and if they don't get approached by their school, they're going to get approached by their local firemen's program or whatever. So there really is kind of a mentality of urgency, but don't ever lose the abundance, because there's 30 million potential customers in our current market. So to summarize this particular process, I want you to know that as the associate that's enrolling the charitable organization, you are in charge of driving the process. You cannot enroll a program and then hope that they are going to go out and go to work. It does not work like that. This process is not a simple process. It's not a laydown. There's not a lot of heavy lifting, but it does take drip advertising. It takes top of mind. It takes someone inside the organization to take ownership of the program, but it also takes an associate that takes ownership of that as well, because you benefit to the tune of $1 per customer per month. You're going to want to make sure that you drive this traffic as well as them. Don't forget to set number goals, not just an overall blanket goal. Our goal this year is 500. You've got to break it down into segments like we showed on the previous example, where you actually have the ability to identify numbers based on their current volumes in those particular categories. So set realistic goals, but put a number to it, and then also tie a time frame to it, so that you can also do it per event. Say, hey, look, on this particular event, our goal is to get 50 customers out of this particular event. But be with them through the process. You've got to work the plan. When you write the plan with them together and you set these goals, make it a live document. Follow up with them periodically. Once a week, you should go through the process of liaising with the contact inside the organization. Follow up with them. Say, okay, every Friday at 2 o'clock, let's get on the phone. Let's do a 15-minute cap. Stick to that time frame. Don't A, miss a call, or B, run long, because these are busy people. They have a lot of things going on, but I guarantee you they will love that you take ownership and you work with them. Don't do it for them. Work with them in the process. And the last thing I could tell you about this that I have seen, so the associates that are successful in working with charitable organizations and fundraising entities are the associates that follow up. I've been on far too many presentations where I will call that associate 2 weeks later and say, how did it go? Well, I don't know. They never called me back. Well, I thought they signed up. Well, they did. They signed up that day, but they haven't called me back. It's not up to them. They're busy. It's not up to them. They're not running it as a business like you're running it as a business. You take ownership in the plan. You liaise with the contact, and you follow up with them. You set that regular schedule on the process. Last associate I wanted to share with you on this particular process is Sabrina Allard out of Watertown, Connecticut. Also a truly fabulous person, just not only as an individual, but I mean not only as